Hi, my name is Brenda Curtis, and I am canning tomatoes on the open fire the way they would have done it in 1860. My first process is obviously growing my tomatoes. Then my husband so graciously picks them for me. And I have to sterilize my jars. I put them in a hot water bath and boil them and get them sterile. And then we put the tomatoes in hot water. The reason we put tomatoes in the hot water is then we put them in the ice water. It makes the skin fall off like this here. If not, I'd have to sit with a knife and peel it. And some people prefer to do it that way, but I prefer it hot. It's called blanching them. Then I just pack them into my jars like so, really tight, as much as I can get in a jar. You have to leave about a 1/2 inch head space at the top. And then I put a teaspoon of salt, put my lids on tightly like I have these here. Tighten your rings up really good. Then my husband puts them in the fire, or not in the fire, in the water on the fire in what's called a cold water bath. And they'll stay in there for 45 minutes. Then he'll pull those out with a lifter. And then when those set, they'll seal. And we'll have tomatoes for the winter. It's a very, very simple process. The heat actually, when you put them in the canner, they're cold like these. And as it heats, it pushes pressure up to the top of the lid. Well, when he lifts those out and they cool, the process reverses and it pulls the pressure down. And that's what makes your lid seal. If you know that you can push on those and they pop, if it pops, it's not sealed. Well, the pressure pulling down as it cools causes that process. And now I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt in there. Then I'm going to make sure there's no air pockets in there because that can cause them to explode. And the lid, like so. Make sure that's all clear so there's no seeds on the top because that can cause it not to seal also. And you just tighten it and it's ready for the cold water bath.